They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 31, Trubisky. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 20. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Chandler on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a jet sweep. Trubisky pops it forward. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes?
Touchdown! Ty Chandler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Wilson on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Trubisky to throw. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Don't blicker, you might miss Calvin Austin, one of the fastest and shiftiest players from the 2022 NFL Draft. A dynamic guy in the slot. When he makes a catch, you better get him on the ground in a hurry. Otherwise, he'll burn you in open space. Pair that with his 4.3 speed, and he's nothing but a big play waiting to happen. A little bit of that on display right there.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. John Franklin Myers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. Counter play. Here's Chandler, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second down and goal. Wilson, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 6 yards away.
And the Jets are back within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They'll run with Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
In motion right is Wilson. Wilson now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Trubisky. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff to Chandler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They run it with Chandler. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st down, Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Carl Lawson, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Chandler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Complete to Austin here over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, a 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 29 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Chandler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They run the counter. It's Chandler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first carry for the 2nd-year man. It's Najee Harris. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Second down and 4. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack.